If you watched NASCAR this weekend, you felt it. That kind of energy where everything just feels off and intense, like something is building under the surface and nobody can hold it in anymore. And here's the thing, it's not just one situation. It's two massive storylines unfolding at the same time, both hidden right at the heart of what this sport is about right now. One is pure chaos on the track. The other is something way deeper that could shake up the entire future of the garage. And if you're a real NASCAR fan, you already know. When emotions start boiling over like this, it usually means something big is about to change. So stick with me because we're breaking down both of these stories today. And trust me, you don't want to miss how this all connects. And hey, real quick, if you're new here, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. This channel's just getting started. We are pushing for 500 subscribers. And if you live and breathe NASCAR like I do every single week, you're in the right place. All right, let's get into the first story because Texas was absolute chaos from start to finish. We are talking about the Worth 400 at Texas Motor Speedway, and honestly, I cannot remember the last time I saw this many drivers completely done with each other by the end of a race. Let's start with Kyle Busch because, wow, this was one of those days where you could tell from the green flag that something was not right. Zero patience. Every single time someone raced him hard, it felt like he took it personally. And it all built up to that final lap mess with John Hunter Nychek. Now we can argue about who moved first, whether JHN came down a bit on the backstretch or Kyle drifted up. That part was not totally clear, but after that, it is obvious Kyle absolutely slammed into him. That was not just tight racing. That was frustration boiling over. And the worst part is both of them had fast cars. Both the 42 and the 8 actually showed up competitive, and both ended the day wrecked. That makes it even worse. And here's the bigger picture. Kyle Busch, now 41 years old, is racing like a guy who is right at the edge. You could see it earlier in the race too, when he got into it with Carson Hocevar for simply racing him hard. It just felt like everything was setting him off. Meanwhile, while all that chaos is happening, Chase Elliott quietly goes out there and wins. And not a strategy win, and not a super speedway win. This was pure speed, dominant and confident. And I'm telling you right now, if Chase Elliott is really back to that 2020 to 2022 level, the rest of the garage better wake up because that changes the entire championship picture. You could feel it in the stands too. The fans were all in again. Now, let's talk about one of the wildest radio moments we have heard in a while. Ryan Preece unloading on Ty Gibbs, full rant, no filter. That kind of radio NASCAR probably does not love, but as fans, that is the raw emotion we watch for. And honestly, how many drivers in that garage are on Ty Gibbs' side right now? It does not feel like many. Then you have Christopher Bell basically calling the super speedway package a suicide mission when talking about Daytona and Talladega. That is a big statement. And, NASCAR is not loving that. And just when you think the day could not get more insane, we even had spectator racing chaos with crashes everywhere and fans loving it. And we also had Kennedy Mosley stepping in afterward defending her guy, which just adds more heat to that whole situation. So Texas was not just a race. It was a warning sign. Emotions are high. Tempers are snapping. Drivers are done playing nice. And that takes us straight into the second story because this explains a lot of what we just saw. The situation between Kyle Busch and Richard Childress Racing is falling apart. All season long in the NASCAR Cup Series, we have been hearing it. The radio chatter, the frustration, the tone in his voice. He is questioning strategy. He is frustrated with pit road execution. It feels like he does not trust what is happening around him anymore, and insiders point to Martinsville Speedway as the breaking point. That race, everything boiled over with handling issues and mistakes, and you could feel something shift after that. Since then, it has not improved. The number 8 team has not been able to match the pace of the top teams. And this is a 2-time champion who wants results now, not a rebuild. They even made internal changes, including adjustments on the pit box, and still nothing meaningful changed. And around the garage, people are talking.
There is a strong belief that this relationship will end after the 2026 season. If that happens, Kyle Busch becomes the biggest name on the market, a proven winner with championship experience who can change everything depending on where he goes. So, when you look back at Texas, the anger in the way he raced it makes more sense. That was not just one moment. That was a full season of frustration coming out. And, as SA fan, that is both exciting and concerning. Because yes, this kind of tension brings drama and intensity and makes NASCAR must-watch. But at the same time, you are watching one of the greatest drivers of this generation in a situation that is not working. And if this split happens, it is going to shake up everything. Silly season, team dynamics, playoff picture, all of it. Texas gave us chaos on the track, but the bigger story is what is building behind the scenes. And I do not think we have seen the peak yet. Honestly, my take as a fan watching all of this is simple. This is what NASCAR looks like when pressure starts breaking people. What happened at Texas Motor Speedway was not just drivers being aggressive. That was frustration that has been building for weeks, finally exploding in front of everyone. And when I look at Kyle Busch right now, I do not see a guy just having a bad race. I see a driver who does not believe in what he is driving anymore. The way he raced John Hunter Nemechek, the way he reacted all day, that is not normal, even for someone as intense as him. And pairing that with everything going on inside Richard Childress Racing, it just feels like the breaking point is coming fast. At the same time, you have Chase Elliott rising again and looking like a real championship threat. And other drivers like Ryan Preece and Christopher Bell openly showing frustration too. That tells you this is not just one story. This is the entire garage feeling, the pressure of this season. So yeah, if you ask me, this is one of those moments in a NASCAR season where everything starts shifting. Rivalries get real. Teams start making decisions about the future. And one move can change the entire championship picture. And that is why I am honestly excited, but also a little concerned. Because when emotions get this high, anything can happen on track. To wrap it all up, we had total chaos at Texas with drivers clashing, tempers exploding, and one of the biggest names in the sport right at the center of it. And at the same time, we are watching a major partnership possibly falling apart behind the scenes, which could completely reshape the future of the grid. And now we head into the next races with tension higher than ever, momentum shifting, and big decisions getting closer. If you are a NASCAR fan, this is the kind of moment you wait for, because you know something big is coming, and you just cannot look away. You can feel it building already, because the next time these guys hit the track, it is not just another race anymore. Every move is going to mean a little more. Every battle is going to feel a little more personal. All eyes are going to be on Kyle Busch. How does he respond? Does he calm things down, or does he double down and race even harder? Because if this frustration keeps boiling over, it is only a matter of time before another big moment happens. At the same time, People are going to be watching Chase Elliott to see if this momentum is real. If he keeps performing like that, then we are talking about a serious title run again. And that changes everything for the playoffs. And do not forget the rest of the garage. Drivers like Ryan Preece and Ty Gibbs now have tension between them. That does not just disappear. That carries over. Same thing with how drivers are feeling about the package that Christopher Bell talked about. So what we are heading into now is not just the next race. It is the next chapter of a season that is starting to feel unpredictable and, honestly, a little explosive. And as a fan, that is exactly why we watch. Because right now, NASCAR does not feel calm. It feels alive. It feels emotional. It feels like anything can happen at any moment. So stay locked in, because if this is where things are right now, imagine where we are going next. Now, I want to hear from you. Whose side are you on in that incident? And what do you think happens with Kyle Busch next? If you enjoy real NASCAR talk like this, no filter, just fans talking racing, hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Revived Wheels. We are still a new channel chasing 500 subscribers, and if you are here every week living these races like the rest of us, you are part of it now.